to another episode. Okay, I know Black History Month is almost over, but actually it's really not. It's every day of the year. But Lessons Learned is gonna try to do as many as I can before the end of the month. So yeah, for this episode I actually have additional facts that I researched about each person I'm gonna read today, and they're really interesting. And it's honestly, looking back, it's really rewarding. It makes me like really grateful that I'm living the life that I'm living now, because if I was there back then, I wouldn't have made it. So I'm just really thankful of my ancestors, and just really thankful of these Black women just breaking barriers so we can do the things that we're doing now. So thank you guys. Thank you. So first, we are going to start with Janet Collins. This was a really nice read. I like this one. In her teens, Janet Collins auditioned for the Ballet Russos di Monte Carlo when the company was on tour in her hometown of Los Angeles. Although they were impressed with Collins, the company could not afford to hire what they saw as strictly specialty role dancer to perform with Corps de Ballet. She would have lightened up her skin with paint. This stipulation caused Collins to pass on her first big break and serve notice to the dance world that first-ranked performers of her employment. Collins proceeded to an ever bigger name for herself as a concert and theatrical dancer, reaching national stardom in 1949 with a sensational New York recital. She garnered many honors for her as principal dancer in shows like Cole's Out of This World. A stint as prima ballerina of the Metropolitan Opera crowded her career. When she retired from the stage, she turned her energies into teaching. So, other things I found were, one thing I really love about Janet is that she broke a barrier doing what she loved the most. Her parents really encouraged her to do painting than classical dancing. She was so good that she had a scholarship in college to do painting. So yeah, she was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. I actually wanted to go there recently. And she started taking private lessons at a Catholic community center, and that place was actually one of the few places that accepted Black students. Again, be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Thank you, Janet. And again, I really like that reading. This is Pauli Murray. Okay. The first Black woman to be ordained an Episcopal priest, Pauli Murray spent much of her life helping to dismantle barriers of racial and gender discrimination. I entered law school preoccupied with the racial struggle and single-mindedly bent upon becoming a civil rights lawyer, but I graduated an unabashed feminist as well, Murray said in 1957. From her activism as a freedom rider and a sit-in leader during her law school days at Howard University in the 1940s, to her role as a founding father of the National Organization for Women, Murray took challenges head on. Discussing sexism at Howard, the only way I could counter it was to lead my class, which I did for 3 years. You go, girl. She went on to teach at several universities and compile an invaluable reference work on state racial laws. Murray turned her energies to the spiritual, receiving a divinity degree in 1976 and serving as an Episcopal priest in Baltimore. She was actually born Anna Pauline Murray, or maybe Pauline. One thing I really like about Pauli is that she was really brave and persistent and had a lot of diligence. And it just shows how she really wanted equality in everywhere. It's amazing. So this is the last one I'll do today, and I will have more throughout the week. Again, Black history is American history, and Black history is every day of the year. So so this is Fannie Lou Hamer. The television cameras rolled as Fannie Lou Hamer recounted an arrest as a civil rights activist. They beat me, and they beat me with a long, flat black jack. I screamed to God in pain. They beat my arms till I had no feeling in them. Hamer was addressing the Credentials Committee of the 1964 Democratic National Convention. She was a leader of the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, which challenged the right of all white delegates of the Democratic Party to represent the state, since African Americans have been excluded from choosing them. The youngest of 20 children born to sharecroppers, Hamer was forced to leave her home for attempting to register to vote. She worked with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, dedicating herself to voter registration. When asked by a reporter if she was trying to be equal with the white man, she replied, "I don't want to go down that low. I want the true democracy that raised me and that white man up, raise America up." Wow. So some other facts I have are she continued to fight until her health was, declining. She was beat, like, you guys, brutally beaten, like injuries from a blood clot in her eye, kidney failure, kidney damage, and kidney and leg damage. She was beat hard. And she was trying to just make, Black people vote and make everything right. She tried running for Senate in 1964. It failed. She actually tried to turn her economic as a strategy for greater racial equality. In 1968, she began a pig bank to provide free pigs for Black farmers to breed, raise, and slaughter. So she did a lot for the Black community. So thank you so much for tuning in to another video. I will see you guys in the next video. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Nope, I did not forget. Bye.